cook out of MK2s.
Hey guys, welcome to Tarantino's Tuscan Kitchen. I'm here with a very good friend of mine, Mr. Captain Mark Nash from the United States Army.
Retired.
And Mr. Mark has been dining with me forever. And even though he's with the Army, I still cater to him, you know, because we're all, you know, military and veterans, and we all support each other. And he does outrank me. And he asked me to make him some spaghetti with red sauce, something simple. But because I'm rebellious and I'm Air Force and we are superior, I am going to tell Captain Nash as an E4 that he's not getting spaghetti with red sauce. He's getting pasta aioli, which is one of my favorite dishes, and I'm sure he's going to like that. We're going to do some garlic and oil, Captain Nash. So I apologize, but I'll take that Article 15. So we're going to do some garlic and oil. Mark has been with us for, oh my gosh, since we first started in Reedsville. And Larry, how you doing? You guys got to come out and visit us. So anyway, super simple dish. I've made this for you guys before online, and I don't have anything ready for it because we've been sitting here just talking, and actually we're talking about the military and how superior the Air Force was and how helpful we are to the Army and support them.
It's a support
everything.
It's a support branch. They don't fight.
What? They what?
It's a support branch. They support the infantry.
We had to separate to be able to help you guys. We had to come up with a whole new force to be able to, anyway.
Yes, Joe.
All right, sir.
You're right, Joe.
Yes, sir. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut up some garlic. By the way, pasta aglio,
Aglio.
There you go. Garlic and oil. Absolutely simple to make and absolutely delicious. We're going to make that right now.
With anchovy?
For the captain. You want anchovy in it?
Yes. That's how it's supposed to be.
Well, that's the true authentic one. So if you want anchovy in it, we can make it with anchovy. Clark, sir, how are you doing? Alright, so we're going to get our pan, extra virgin olive oil. You gotta have extra virgin olive oil in this dish, nothing else. Whatever brand you like to use. I like a little extra oil. And the trick to this is to slice the garlic super thin. So we're going to get some fresh garlic cloves. You can use diced garlic. Remember guys, don't ever use the garlic that's already minced in the jar. If you want anything to even remotely taste as if it's restaurant quality. That stuff is just terrible in my opinion. You know what I'm talking about?
Why?
Because I don't know what it is that they put in there. If it's the oil or the preservatives, whatever, but it does not taste like garlic.
Okay.
Have you ever used it?
I do.
It's terrible. Terrible.
Okay.
Do me a favor. Get some fresh garlic, or even peel some garlic, smell it, and then smell the garlic that's in the jar. Totally different. It is a totally different color. It has like a, you know how when you roast fresh garlic, it gets that beige color? Mm-hmm. Well, this garlic's not even roasted, and it's already beige from sitting in the jar so freaking long. It's just terrible. Terrible.
Do we have any more of this?
What's that? Oh, some more wine? Absolutely.
No. Is there one open?
No, I got you. What do we have? Merlot?
Liberty.
Is that Liberty? Liberty's watching and she's calling. How are you, Liberty? Mark, how are you?
Are you watching the right food?
All right, let me get this gentleman a glass of wine. I thought we had it
I
open.
can't hear you.
All right, so I guess before we start this dish, I'm going to show you how to properly open up wine. You take your wine opener and you basically just go around the edge with the blade, pop off the top. I've never done this before live, that's for sure. And then we're going to screw this in. Make sure you have Frank Sinatra, D. Martin radio playing in the background. Michael Mendez, what's up, my brother? It's very important if you love wine and Italian food to have a glass of wine while you're cooking, especially when you're amongst friends. This is for Mr. Nash. You got a phone call. All right, so pasta aioli, garlic and oil, if you will. fantastic dish. So we're gonna chop up some garlic. I got a bunch of cloves of garlic here. You cannot put enough garlic in this dish. But I have 1, 2, 3, about 6 cloves. I could probably use about a dozen, but just for time purposes. And you want this super, 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 super thin. Start off with about, I'm doing this for 2 people because I'm also gonna enjoy this dish with him as well. It's one of my favorites. So start off with yourself if you're making it at home. Extra virgin olive oil and about 8 cloves of garlic I would do if I were you. And then you could always add more. And if you love garlic, don't worry about it. Super, super thin, almost paper thin. So when it's sauteing, the garlic's kind of like dissolving in that oil as it's cooking. And it flavors that oil. And you're gonna cook this slow till the oil starts bubbling. You want it on a low heat because you want to slowly cook that garlic so it's flavoring with the seasoning. So we're gonna add some crushed red pepper, just a pinch because you don't want it spicy. It's not a spicy dish, but just to give it flavor, and a little salt and pepper. And we love garlic, so actually, you know what? I would start off with 6 cloves. If you've never had this before, if you love garlic, 8's fine. But if you've never tried this dish before, you're gonna make it for the first time, start off light, you can always add more to it after. Trick, super, 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 super thin garlic. And as Orchid would say, make sure it's consistent. She judged me on my mustard fried diavolo today. You know I brought up that mustard fried diavolo, remember when you called earlier? Orchid wanted mustard fried diavolo, I did a live video, I brought it over to her, she actually went through the dish. She said, your garlic is not consistent. I said, what are you talking about? She goes, each one of your pieces of garlic should be the same thickness. I felt like I was in the movie Casino with Robert De Niro and he's talking about the blueberries in the muffin. You know that scene? You know what I'm talking about? I want an equal amount of blueberries in every muffin. Oh yeah, she got all over me for the garlic. She goes, look, this one is a chunk and this one's a nice thin slice. Alright, so one more piece of garlic. Plenty of garlic in here we go. I know you love garlic. Yeah, so Mark and I were just here talking about stories and the military and everything. He was telling me about how much he admires the Air Force for everything that we've done for him. And his,
I admire all branches of the military. Thank you all for your service. No, I mean it. I mean it. Thank you all for your service.
Robbie, how are you? Brandy, Ben, Jeremy, Denise, how's everybody doing? Where are you guys all watching from? We're having fun in the kitchen, as you can see. Alright, so we're going to add a pinch of crushed red pepper. And you want an anchovies, right? Just going to add a pinch.
Got to have anchovies.
And then we're going to add some salt and pepper. Actually, mine's a little bit more than salt and pepper, and I can't tell you what that is, but salt and pepper for you at home. A little bit of that. And then what we're going to do, turn this on, and we want it at a low heat. It's very important it's at a low heat. You want to slowly warm the olive oil. And for those of you that are cooking with fresh pasta at home, when you start your pasta, start the pasta water, get it to a boil, then start this, then drop your pasta, and by the time your pasta is done cooking, this will be done and you're going to add it directly to this and shut the heat off. Be careful with those. Oh, he likes to use my knives for wine openers, by the way. That's got to be an army thing.
It is.
Anchovy you wanted, right? And this is the gentleman I was telling you about earlier that donated the 2 heat lamps that we have outside for all those who have dined with us and used those heat lamps. Thank you, Mr. Mark Nash, for doing that for us.
And the firewood.
And the firewood. He bought a whole load of firewood for us. How many anchovies you want in here? 2?
The whole thing?
What?
Alright, put 2.
The whole thing?
Put 2.
2's good?
2 is
I
good.
agree with 2. The whole thing, I don't know.
That's how I would.
Well, don't you like to balance the flavors?
I don't know how to cook. I'm just an apprentice. I'm just an apprentice.
So I can be the captain right now.
You can
I'm
be the
captain.
chef. I'm the apprentice.
Can I be Captain Tarantino?
Captain.
I like that a lot. I won't write you an Article 15 for insubordination. But this is the life, guys. I love food. This is what Tarantino's is all about. Great friends, family, great food, and just having a great time. Those of you who haven't visited us, trust me, sitting at the kitchen, this is what we do. A lot of times people will call, too cold outside, you come sit here with us, enjoy a great meal, have a glass of wine. It's a beautiful thing. All right, 2. Libby, how are you? Kathy, 2 anchovies. The whole thing of anchovies would be eaten in the ocean.
No, I don't want the whole thing. I know.
All right, so that's warming up, and what we're doing is slowly sautéing that garlic, and then we're gonna need some fresh parsley chopped up too as well. I thought I had some of that left. You know what I did with it? You get a little bit. And the trick to this dish, what? Garlic and cheese. A little bit of spice, but garlic and cheese. Beautiful. And the best parsley to use is this, if you can find it, which I can never get it, is Italian flat leaf parsley is the best for this. But sometimes you want to get the curly, and that'll work too. And a buttload of Parmesan Reggiano. So it's starting to bubble. Go ahead, sir.
A buttload of TLC.
Oh, absolutely.
TLC.
Absolutely.
Got to have it.
So how long were you in the military for?
30 years.
30 years.
And I've eaten enough junk to appreciate good food.
Well, thank you, sir. So see how it's got a nice bubble going on? That's what you want it to do. Keep it on low. Let it bubble for a couple minutes. You want to flavor that oil. The key is flavoring the oil, because the oil, and you have that garlic, and it's just, because if you turn it up too high, you're going to burn the garlic. And then also, if you turn it up too high and you cook it too fast, you're going to bite into that garlic and it's going to be too potent for you. Slow is the key in this dish. Super simple. The only hard part is slowly sauteing the garlic. That's the trick to this dish.
So, can I make a pitch for a good attorney?
Absolutely.
If anybody needs a good attorney, Liberty Wong, give her a call. Jessup, Georgia. She's the best.
Liberty is fantastic. She's a great person too as well.
And a great person. A wine connoisseur and a food connoisseur.
How long has Liberty's been dining with us since my
I brought Liberty up to Reedsville.
Let me turn this radio down just a bit so they can hear you.
I think in 20...
Was it Reedsville?
Yeah, she came up to Reedsville in 2014, 2015.
Oh wow.
Let me ask her. I think it was 20.
Alright, garlic's almost done. We're looking for slightly tan garlic. It's going to start turning that tan color. You don't want it any more than that. Just about there. And it smells amazing. And again, if you have a glass stove, you don't want to slide your saute pan around. Use your tongs. The anchovy just dissolves in there. The anchovies, I know a lot of people think anchovy, oh my gosh, it's going to be terrible. A lot of Italians, we put anchovies in our sauce, you would never even know it because it dissolves through the long cooking process. That anchovy's completely dissolved into the sauce. All it's going to do is just add more flavor. I'm not an anchovy fan at all on my pizza, anything. I don't know, forget about it.
Oh my word.
Well, I'm sorry you guys had to eat all that nasty stuff on the field. I cannot get past an anchovy.
I knew there was something about you.
Whatever. Whatever. When I hear Army, the only thing I can think of is stripes. How does the chicken cross the road? That's
right.
No, I'm just playing. I do love Oliver Ranches. I love messing with him. We both are very passionate about what we do and love.
And the military. We're passionate about the military.
Absolutely. Alright, so we got our parsley nice and chopped up. Again, thank you, Kamakoto, for the knives. Beautiful knives.
Who?
Kamakoto. My knife sponsor.
This?
Yep.
It's a good looking knife.
Yeah, the case is in there. I thought I showed you my knife set they sent me.
But it looks nice.
Anytime I need a knife, they'll send them right to me. As long as I talk about them in the videos, they'll send me the knives, and they're beautiful knives. I want to get that carving knife for the prime rib. All right, and this is ready for me to add the pasta. Derek Lowe, my friend, how you doing? Jennifer, Kathy, how are you? Okay, we're ready for the pasta. Now, this, we're going to shut the heat off because the garlic's done. So once it's got that tan color going, which you probably can't see it that well, once it starts turning tan, shut the heat off, and then, oops, not on, but shut it off completely. And then what you're going to do is normally you would just take a ladle of your pasta water and put it in there to stop the cooking process immediately. You want to stop so the garlic doesn't burn. However, I'm not going to strain my pasta all the way. So there's my ladle of water, which you hear the sizzling. The cooking process is stopped so the garlic stops cooking, because again, you don't want to burn the garlic. Then we're going to toss that around. This is going to be phenomenal. A good handful. I hope you don't mind my hands on your food.
Absolutely not.
And then fresh parsley. Now you can add mushrooms to this. I like to add mushrooms to mine. Some diced Roma tomato I'll add to mine too as well. This is just the basic. And again, if you can't toss it in your pan, practice. Until then, use some tongs. Get that cheese evenly distributed. And this is a dish you want to serve right away after it's done. All right, let me get us a couple of plates. This has got to be and this is probably the cheapest and the tastiest Italian meal you can possibly make yourself at home. Fresh parsley, garlic, oil, a pinch of crushed red pepper, and pasta. And the flavor is unbelievable. Especially if you're a garlic lover. If you're not a garlic lover, forget about it. This is not the dish for you. Okay, so we're going to do guess first. Well, since I'm the captain, no, I'm just playing. And then we're going to add more cheese on top of it when we serve. A little more parsley. I'm going to garnish the plate. We'll give the guest a little bit more. Let me get some of this sauce. Excuse me, sir. Remember, never touch the bottom of your pan to your plate or your food product. It'll change the flavor because of the carbon, especially if you have a gas stove. Mess it up. Alright, so we're done with that part. And then what we're going to do, we're going to add a little green here, some more cheese, a lot more cheese. And then what I like to do is I'll take a little paprika, just for color, around the edge of the plate, because I love the red, white, and green. This is a very traditional, old school Italian dish. So I love the colors of the Italian flag on there. Beautiful. You know what, that's bothering me. See, in the Army, you didn't notice that. You would have said something. See, the Air Force, we're attention to detail.
I saw it as you're obsessive compulsive.
No, we're Air Force. Air Force follows to the T our instructions.
You're OCD.
I'm just telling you.
But that's what a good chef is, OCD.
And bada bing, a beautiful pasta, garlic, and oil dish. And we are going to enjoy that. If you guys ever want me to make you this, remember, just because it's not on that takeout menu, when you come down with us, this is not a restaurant, it's an experience. We'll make you anything in the world you want. All you got to do is call us, set up a reservation, steak, lamb, quail even, whatever you want, we'll make it for you at any given time. Always give us advance notice. Our hours do not stop. Whenever you want a reservation, as long as we're open that day for a reservation, we're not taken already, you can book us. So it doesn't matter what day of the week it is, what time it is, we will gladly take care of you. So, from the United States Air Force, I've got to say it first, and the United States Army, you guys have a blessed day. We love you. Thank you so much. And really, God bless all our troops out there, no matter what branch you're in. We love you. I'm a little more partial to the Air Force because that's, you know, that's where I was born, in the Air Force. But we love you guys. Thank you so much. Any questions, feel free to give us a message, and we'll gladly answer you. Thank you for supporting Tarantino's, and pray for all our troops. We love you all. God bless. God bless.